Choosing a vocal coach is not an easy task, especially with all the different offers on the internet. Vocal stunt work and extreme voices for video game have become much more popular in the last few years. It is only normal to see a rise in the demand and offer for this kind of vocal coaching. Before choosing a vocal coach, it is important to know exactly what you want to achieve. Do you want to learn to activate the different kinds of vocal effect and how to sustain them? Is there a specific vocal effect you want to learn or fine-tune? A good vocal coach will help you set realistic goals, will provide you with a tailor-made training program, and will help you to monitor your progress. Here are a few things to look for when you are ready to choose. The vocal coach should, first, offer expertise based on years of practicing vocal stunt work and creature vocalization for video games. There is no substitute for experience. The vocal coach should have at least 10 years of experience as a practitioner and should have several credits, 10 or more, in movies or video game as a vocal stunt performer. They should also have a minimum of 5 years of experience as vocal coach. We've seen vocal coaches teaching creature voices with absolutely no credit in a video game or just a few. To teach means that you have experience and understand precisely what you are doing. It is not enough to be a trained or well-known metal vocalist or a vocal coach if you don't have any substantial experience in voice acting and vocal stunt work. Nor is it sufficient to be a vocal health specialist with no experience in practicing these vocal effects. Vocal effects for voice acting are very specific, and they should be taught by someone with experience in that field. Vocal health specialists can teach proper voice care and help prevent, identify, or treat vocal dysphonia. It is uncommon that they can produce the distorted sounds themselves or teach you how to activate and sustain the different kinds of vocal distortion and vocal effects. As a result, they often have a limited understanding of the sensation and progression linked to sustainable extreme voices. They may even view vocal distortion as vocal abuse and a source of vocal stress rather than a skill to be acquired. Second thing, have knowledge about the existing science and vocal anatomy. Vocal stunt performers or extreme vocalists are capable of producing and sustaining extreme voices, but usually have a limited understanding of the science and mechanisms behind these sounds. Despite their sensation-based knowledge, they often struggle as teachers because they rely heavily on personal experience and may unintentionally perpetuate vocal myths and inaccuracies. This is why a balanced approach, combining scientific knowledge of anatomy, acoustics, and proper voice care with the experience of longtime practitioners, is the most effective way to understand and learn sustainable extreme voices. With knowledge in science and vocal anatomy, the vocal coach can explain the different types of vocal effects, their mechanism, and the sensations, and they can offer proper exercises to isolate and activate them. Third, can produce and sustain the sounds they are teaching. A theoretical approach is essential, but not entirely sufficient. Vocal distortions can distort our sensation. Practical experience in producing the sounds can help the coach be aware of this additional complexity in the learning process. Being able to sustain the sound hopefully comes with experience and an understanding of which movements are efficient or can be unnecessarily taxing on the performer in the long run. As a voice talent, you want to avoid vocal coaches who advertise their voice lessons as being safe or talk about how to do it safely. Safe means that if you follow that exact recipe, you risk nothing. Training only diminishes the risk, it does not eliminate them. A trained athlete is always at risk. The same goes for a trained vocal stunt performers. This point is not about technique, it is about honesty and ethical marketing. Advertise their voice lessons as being easy and quick to learn. The activation phase of vocal effect might be easy for some and not for others, but learning how to sustain the vocal effects takes years of practice. Knowing how to sustain is critical to diminishing vocal stress and avoiding vocal dysphonia, and that part is never easy or quick. As a general rule, you should not go on YouTube to learn about vocal stunt work and vocal effects. Too many video tutorials on YouTube are scientifically inaccurate and not designed for voiceover talents. You can always learn a few things in a video, but they don't offer something that is crucial for your progress. Feedback. A lot of times, people try to replicate what they hear in a video, and it doesn't sound the same. There are several explanations for why it doesn't. Sometimes, there's just a slight adjustment to make in order to reproduce the sound. Sometimes, the exercises suggested in the video are not appropriate for you, based on how you habitually use your voice. This is why working one-on-one with a coach will accelerate your progress. It is totally possible to learn many vocal effects by yourself. Back in 1990-2000, there was almost no scientific knowledge or tutorial on vocal effects, and people were still able to learn how to activate and sustain them. You don't need to depend on a vocal coach for that, but we can help speed up your progress. If you're looking for a vocal coach for vocal stunt work and vocal effects, please reach out to us on our website. We will be happy to provide you with a list of competent vocal coaches or direct you to one of them.